Genex has a crazy link 1 that now lets them combo into a lot of different endboards. First up is 3 Power Planner. When normal, can add a level 3 Genex effect monster. 3 Crusher. On normal, adds a level 4 R-Genex monster. 3 Magma. When normal, adds a level 2 R-Genex monster. And 3 Turbo. On normal summon, adds a level 1 Genex. And those are the main searchers. 1 Genex Undine. When normal, can send a water from deck to grave to add a Genex Controller from deck. 2 Genex Controller, it's a tuner. 2 R-Genex Undine can banish a Genex from grave to gain its attribute and become a tuner if it was, and if you control a Genex Synchro, can add itself and another Genex from grave, but any card, if sent to grave, is banished until the end of the turn. 3 Birdman can return a face-up monster you control to hand to special itself. It is a big part of the combos. 1 R-Genex Turbo. During opponent's main phase, if you control a Genex monster, you can special this, and then synchro a Genex Synchro. It can also be treated as level 1 or level 3 for that. 1 R-Genex Oracle and 1 Genex Recycled are mainly there as level 1 tuners. 3 Sauravis can be discarded to protect from targeting. 1 Called by the Grave to stop hand traps. 2 Eagle Booster. If you control no monsters in main monster zone, you can target a monster and make them unaffected by other things. 3 Small World. Reveals a monster in hand and banishes it, and then banishes one monster that matches one of the things of the previous monster from deck, and adds one from deck that matches one thing of the second monster. 3 Crossout Designator. Banish a card from deck to negate its effects, and the targets are Ash Blossom, Infinite Impermanence, Nibiru, Droll, and Effect Veiler. And the extra deck can have lots of different things depending on what you go for, but the main one is 2 Repair Genex Controller. Can only special 1 per turn, and if link summoned, you can add a Genex from grave, and if a Genex is added to hand, you can immediately normal summon a Genex monster, and you can do this multiple times. Another important one is Arms of Genex return 0. Main effect is if an opponent's monster activates its effects, you can banish a monster that matches the attribute from grave and negate and destroy the monster, but can only do each attribute once per turn. 1 Duloran is nice since it can return cards to your hand to continue your combo. 1 Locomotion R-Genex. If synchro summoned, take control of opponent's monster with highest level. 1 Stellar Wind. Gains 300 attack each monster effect up till 4000 attack, and if at 4000 or higher attack, you can shuffle this card and all opponent's monsters into the deck. 1 Dragite can negate a spell or trap if a water is in grave. 1 Genex ally Triarm can potentially have opponent discard a card or destroy a spell or trap. 1 Genex ally Axel discards a card, a special level 4 or lower machine from grave. 1 Draco Berserker can banish a monster when they activate their effects. 1 PSY-Framelord Omega banish itself and an opponent's card in hand until your next standby phase. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon can special level 4 or lower monster from hand. 1 Dragster can negate and destroy a spell or trap by decreasing its level by 2. And 1 Herald tributes itself to negate and destroy something that activates. That's the deck at about $36. It can do some pretty cool things if you let it, but it can take a while when you do combo.